Warping complete. Warping complete.
Edmund, what the fuck?
Warping complete.
Right, this is a test. Let's see what the mic is like. Because I'm putting a different filter on. How does it sound, chat? Let us do this. Test.
Wankers.
Wankers.
Fucking embarrassing.
Fucking embarrassing. Oh, that's good. I have put on some extra sound filtering nonsense. So, yeah. Also, why am I bouncing so much? I know why. That's wow. Let's say hello to people in chat. Before I do anything else, avatar settings. Program settings. 1 second. Ooh. Oh, what's the bounce all about? Movement scale? There you go. No, what is it doing that for? 1 second. What's it? Movement scale? Less movement? Yes? No? Oh, that's why. There you go. So I'm not going to bounce too much. There you go. There you go. It's still bouncing. I don't get it. Avatar settings. State properties. That's probably. Oh, there you go. That's why. Yeah, change this bounce. It's not so much. There you go. There you go. Right. Let's say hello to people in chat. Zmax, hello. For your first. You are indeed. Chodu, hello. Valiant. Wankers. Volos, bonsoir. Right. So we're gonna go to. Just gonna hang out here. I don't know what happened to my UI, but recently it just went a bit fucky wucky. And I don't know why I went fucky wucky, but hey, we're here. I'm gonna just vibe today, and then I'm also gonna see if I can put this one up as well, so then that way you all can see it. I don't know if it will change it though, so let me just see. Browser. Right. Oh yes. I guess it what fit screen. I don't know why it's doing this, but hey. There you go. Spicy premium ball slaps. There you go. Right. We're vibing. We are vibing. How are we doing today? And also I'm going to just change the microphone setting here because normally I'd have this all set up beforehand, but today I have not. And I'm also I'm actually doing some like what do you call it, decorating in the background because I'm not like doing any content aggressively right now. Today felt like it was I was finally on time off because after you did the your eye test, you must have been really happy to just be like, I'm doing fuck all. Freedom. Let me just check. And you're not feeling sick either. I think you passed your sickness on to me. Edit transform. Bottom. Because I feel sick now. Hi Blanket, welcome on in.
Warp-in complete.
Also, are you glad that your computer's working now? It must be so nice, right? Why does this left pixel look like 8 for some reason? Oh, I see why. And then chat doesn't look right. Chat box is like... I don't know what's going on with chat box today. I'm going to just quickly transform this. Edit. Edit transform. Top is... That's too much. 400? 200. 300. I'm gonna go 200 actually. I want that. There you go. Close. chat box is a little bit too weirdly not right. I don't know why. I had to should sort this out as you go. I just did the MSQ and Alliance raid with FC people and loved it. Oh, that's cute. Hey Mahjong, welcome on in. How are we doing? Bottom booty. Oh, right. Yeah. And you're fishing away. I'm kind of doing a fishing. I'm kind of like doing I'm doing like whatchamacallit, doing housing, but I don't obviously can't show you all the stuff because I have to do stuff and I have to
I'm a
use my
cold
magic.
ass bitch, a thugged up gang-banging hustler.
Yeah. Hey Chloe, welcome on in. Should we do, actually we should do some shout outs, shouldn't we? Valiant, you ready? Cloda, Blanket, and Mahjong Rothgar. When we'll do some shout outs then now. Although there's only 7 people here. Okay, fine. No, we'll wait. We'll chill. We'll vibe. We vibing. Would you like to explain my need to reinstall the game because of bad files? Wait. Do you use the moon? Oh no, Volos, not yet, because there's only 7 people in here. We'll do shoutouts later. Okay, do you use Dalamud by any chance? Because if you use Dalamud, you could have. Hi, Owen. If you don't use Dalamud, that's fine. Not for a long time. Okay. There's a feature on the installer that allows you to repair files rather than you having to reinstall the game from scratch. Let me just see how it looks because I haven't used the installer for a while. Launcher. Well, too late. Oh well, damn. Did you uninstall? You uninstalled and reinstalled. Well, it should have kept the files. But yeah, if you're ever curious about how to fix your files, like you could next time just like there's a native file fixer for it. You just have to. It's not very obvious, but basically like, because I had some files that were a bit fucky wucky. I was like. I kept noticing that like, you know, the textures for certain NPCs were flickering like mad, so I just had to I changed it up and I repaired the files through the launcher, but it's not always straightforward to do it through the launcher. Also, why did I just repair? What? Every time I do this. No, I don't. I put an imitation window behind and it's just like, yeah. It's a shame that I can't do, like, you know, people can't stream what they're doing with housing because it would get me into a hell of a lot of trouble. I mean, they don't really care, but like, I don't want to get like, you know, I don't want to be made as the example. I'd rather Xenoxis be made the example because he's a nasty person. And then like everybody else is like, okay, well, you know, low-key wasn't exactly the best thing in the world to have, like, you know, done it, but at least, you know, people are doing it, so. But yeah, chat, if you ever need to fix your files, there is a native file fixer in the thingy. I wish housing Dark Arts didn't require me to switch to keyboard controls. I have no sympathy for you there, Wallace. I really don't. My crux is this, right? I don't... You could do housing on a controller, but it's just people, it then negates, if you did that, it negates the way that a 3D designer would then do something. So sure, it might be suitable for you, but like there's just the use case for people doing like, you know, housing and controller, it's like playing The Sims 4 on PC, not on a console. It just doesn't really make sense. Exactly, just hire a designer. There you go. Actually, Mahjong's got it the right way. Hire a designer. Excuse me, can you come and do my design? You know, designers is literally just like FC list, and they just go in and they get invited to the FC. They do a whole bunch of things, and afterwards they go. What is your point? You want to use controller to do decorating because you're used to using the controller as the way to navigate the decorating options as opposed to the keyboard and mouse? Is that what you're saying? Because, yeah, I mean, sure, that'd be nice, but you know it's not going to happen, right? Then say what you mean. Come on, Volos, you got this. Master Linguist. Dark Arts won't work if you're using controller. Oh shit! Yeah, if you're doing Burn the House Down, then yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. Like, yeah, no, that. I'm sorry, but that's just, yeah, it's just not gonna work. Like, even now, right now, I'm testing Burn the House Down. I'm using Burn the House Down right now, and it's just not gonna work. You wish you didn't need to switch to keyboard mode. Oh well. It's like, yeah, there's just so many, like, you know, I wish I could use VR to do all my modeling. It'd be so much more easier to do VR, and like, but also VR is just shit at doing it. I did Oculus VR model building once, and I was just like, nope, horrible. I felt like a child. Like, you're using, like, there's the brush filter and you want to have, like, you know, precision building, and it's just the accuracy. There's like a, yeah, it's just not worth it. It's also cursed because my mouse's wheel is broken. I can't even do stuff properly. Oh, blanket. Do we need to supply you? Do we need to help you? We are. You do know that when you go back to streaming, you're in danger, right? It's a good thing you didn't say, we didn't ask you for your throne, because if you had a throne, you would be in trouble. If you accidentally put in a SteelSeries mouse, you would have been in a lot of trouble. I can't wait for you to stream again, it'll be great. I've missed your unhinged Italian nonsense. Hi Lan, welcome on in.
Complete.
I'm never unhinged. You're right, you're never unhinged, you're always unhinged. Sorry, I was using my absolute terms differently. Yeah, you need more of your Bravely Default, which by the way, Halu's playing a lot of recently, and yeah. Do you want to know something really fun? Because I thought this was a fun fact. So, if I remember rightly, so Yasumi Matsuno, which is the creator of Final Fantasy Tactics, and what's his name of, and the creator of Bravely Default, is Tomio Asano. They both worked on Final Fantasy Tactics when it first came out. So when you look at Bravely Default, there's a lot of thematic stuff that's from Ivalice and Tactics that's in Bravely Default. So, and that was really interesting because like you could see a lot of the, you know, the commonalities between it, and that was really nice actually, because then, you know, I only came by because of like how I wanted to call, I think it was a part of the lore, like I really wanted to talk about some sort of lore and name it Brave Blades or something like that. I can't remember, it's been a hot while. So for anyone who cares, Nintendo just shadow dropped a Star Fox Direct 10 minutes ago, and it's about to start. Great. If you're interested in having a look at that, go have a look. Any Nintendo fans out there? Say Volos. I'm pretty sure like if Volos had a tattoo, the tramp stamp, it would be a tramp stamp of Nintendo's logo on his on his hip, because that's how much of a diehard fan he is of like Nintendo content. Another remake, I imagine, probably. Who knows? after Star Fox Zero, they're gonna announce Star Fox 1. It's probably, yeah, it's a remake and an upgrade, probably. Gonna assume no on the shoutouts in queue. No, not yet. We're not gonna do that yet. We'll wait until we get a few more people coming in. I've only played one Star Fox game, so it was fun. I used to love the look of Star Fox, but I never actually played it because I was just, I don't know, I just disconnected from it at some point. I'm just thinking, where do I put this? Damn, Ferry's congested. Why are you going to see Aaron and Corbin? Would you like to explain yourself, Wallace? I'm kidding. What's this? Bamboo planter. No beds. Paper partitions, cute. When isn't it? Right. It's because the cutest and slayest and most it's because we're the cutest, slayest and most problematic. What, in Fairy? Are you part of Fairy as well? Don't tell me you're part of Fairyland. Usually I see it as available. Who? The people in Limsa or like people in Fairy? Or Fairy is the server? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not on Aether. I don't. Who said anything about you being on Aether? Hello, Jace. Welcome on in. So the access to Fairy. Listen, I'm doing this on purpose. I'm gaslighting you all. I'll have to think about what I'm putting here. Moving off Aether was a mistake. Sort of. Mahjong, where are you at nowadays? I remember you were in Dynamis or Kraken or Siren. You're in Siren, aren't you? No, Siren is in Aether, so... I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I should have really been in Prime. Oh no, Bolos. Why did you do this? I'm not even here for the fight.
I am assuming direct control.
Volos_Horerage started a new hype train.
Volos, really? Thank you. In my lowest of voices, my most chillest of chill, thank you so much, Volos, for gifting Gale the Witch. Listen to you little shits, right? Thank you. But listen, you little fucking shits. I have like zero energy at the moment. You're making me feel like I'm obliged to go and tear my heart out and give it to you all as a sacrifice, as if I was in the middle of the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom movie and somebody had just gone Kali Ma to my fucking chest hole. Thank you. I'm now going to do this in ASMR mode because I can and I will. Thank you. Bolos for gifting the subs to Gale the Witch, the Self-Made Prince, Wooly213, Catawolf, Fox the Bran, Hannah Only, Zaypumba, Guy and C123, Rand's Live, Roaring Jace subs to the community. Valiant, thank you for gifting 20 motherfucking what the hell shit. Thank you for gifting Enos. Julia. Violet Galval. Exactly Shiro. Glass Bomb. Kabiboo. Zoino. Denial. I love that dude. Vera. Shaytree. Escalon Arts. Without a Trace. Bicycle Rider Eri. Alondite 173. Taito. Azul Magia. Dusk Rat Sky, Trutac, Little Wolf, and Sophie Hollis subs. You get emotes. Have fun for this. Level 6, Mother Truckers. Thank you. Valiant doesn't do things. No, of course not. Valiant's fucking. No, alright. I feel like Valiant is really embodying both Roger and no, Ronnie and Reggie Cray, both at the same time. It is incredibly fucking hell. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, hello Rands. Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you something about Rands right now, because Rands is having such a good time. So Rands, am I able to tell people your journey so far? Because we love Rands. We love Rands here. We love a bit of tox, don't we? Also, thank you for getting me to level 6. Hang on 1 second. Right, so 6 toxins. Shush, don't. It's pretty public. I know it's pretty public, but like I always ask because I don't know if it's my information or. Also, hello Yogan, welcome on in. So long story short, Rands quit his handed in his notice for his old job. At the same time, he threw his boss under the bus, which is excellent, because his boss is a prick, and then started his new job. His new job is about an hour, two hours, let's just say for the sake of argument, commuting to back and forth. So it's probably 4 hours in total that he's commuting. He doesn't have to meet or talk to another person other than the co-workers he has to work with, which is phenomenal. If you don't have to work with other people, like the public, it makes your life so much more better. Your blood pressure lowers. Now he's also at a stage where things are so good that he could potentially also be taking over his boss's job for a little bit as a contract, which is great because, like, you know, you always want opportunities to go up higher and to progress. Now, you know, if you've been in a role for so long, you could get very comfortable, so there's no really need for you to, like, you know, push higher. But if the opportunity presents itself to earn a bit more moolah, then yeah, you know. So, and Rands is going through such a transformational life thing at the moment, and also he's moving closer to his niece. So, you know, I wish I lived closer to my niece, but I can't live in London anymore, so I refuse to live in London. So here we are. And Rands, yeah. Let's give people shout outs. We're doing all the stuff. You're gonna sell your house, you're gonna buy a new house, you're doing everything. Can we give shout outs please to Rands, Cloda, Blanket, Arden. Hi Arden, Space Taxi, Mahjong Rothgar. Aww. Thank you. Thank you for collect your level 6 emotes, by the way, if you've been part of the hype train. Enjoy them. Thank you again. You get unadulterated access to my stream, so if there's any ads, you will not need to worry about it. And also you get emotes as well. There's a hell of a lot of emotes there made by artists from the community that I work with, and also just people that I've had a good time commissioning from. So yeah. And in the meanwhile, if you haven't already, Mahjong Rothgar, and we've done Blanket, we've done Cloda, we need Arden and Rands. So yeah.
Here's a shout out.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the top. So if you haven't already,
shout out.
Yes, that's it. Lan beat you to it. No, I love this. Honestly, double shout out is good for everybody. So if you haven't, I'm gonna go through the list. Blanket here. Blanket. I'm gonna tell you the story of Blanket's journey, because honestly, the guy has been through what I would call technological testicular torsion. Yep, I said it here, folks. He went to go and update his PC, and he's bought lots of pieces to spec it out, and yeah, let's just say that he was without stream and playing games for a fair bit, probably 3-4 weeks, because his RAM was just overclocking against his motherboard, and he needed to reset the RAM somehow, so he had to set it back because it wasn't working, basically default goods, and then came back and repaired it and whatnot. So he's back to streaming. So if you haven't already, please do follow Blanket. Blanket is going to be streaming at some point soon, and he's going to be continuing to play Final Fantasy 14 and Bravely Default, to name a few games. So if you want to hear an Italian swear like nobody's business whilst he's also lusting after his husband or boyfriend, husband, Yogan, then yeah, you should go follow him. Speaking of unhinged nonsense and playing World of Warcraft, Cloda, by the way, who runs a community cabbage patch and is a World of Warcraft partner, I usually watch her to disassociate from the world and disappear into World of Warcraft and potentially hear some unhinged nonsense that's in the Warcraft community, but generally speaking also just listening to have such a good time. I love not necessarily every time I see the babies, cat cam and kit and the doggos, it's always very heartwarming. So yeah, give Cloda a follow if you want something a little bit different. Pink Bun Bun. Speaking of Pink Bun Bun, there's Arden as well, who was yesterday, I think it was, or earlier on. You were streaming, I want to say Baldur's Gate with Rag, who, by the way, needs to stop. He needs to stop looking at my profile all the time on TikTok, because if he wanted to go do so, he just needs to send. I would like for him to say hello instead of being a fucking creep. I'm kidding. No, he's fine. Dragon Age 2 on Mondays, Baldur's Gate 3 with Rag on Wednesdays, and Final Fantasy 14 on Fridays, and a potential other stream on Sundays. So it's a kind of random at the moment. And then Mahjong Rothgar, who also plays Final Fantasy 14 as well, and he's also enjoys a lot of Mahjong and fishing in game. Give him a follow. I like listening to him. Really easygoing vibes. Somebody to just, like, I don't know, tickle the parts of your brain that enjoy being tickled by good voices. Yeah, Mahjong's really that kind of person. So yeah, make sure you give him a follow as well. Rothgar. And then last but not least, it's our good friend Rand, who's been doing he did a lot of collaborations before the end of his before he started doing his transition to doing his new job and whatnot. So I don't know when he's going to be back. I hope he can be back by June, because I'd like to talk about I'd like to talk about Neon Market at some point. I'm trying to land a date so far. I think it's probably going to be like June 25th, and I'm going to look at another charity to kind of like support whilst I do Neon Market. And I will hope to have my partner in crime in terms of music coming along. But yes, Neon Market is a spin-off. It's basically a market event with a synthwave touch. It's hosted in TrueView Solution 9. No, the location is TrueView Solution 9 in Sephiroth, Limsa. That's Sephiroth on the OCE servers. So yeah. Some guy on Reddit said it would help to improve my memory. I had to try. Oh, of course. Good. So yes, I hope, otherwise if not, you just follow Rands for good old Pokemon Toxiness. So but yeah, otherwise if you only just joined me, welcome in. This is Chill Wave Radio with your DJ Artanis. We are going to be taking questions from the audience. If you got a question, just pop it in chat and we'll go through it together. Your uncle and your dad is here to give you comfort. I'm kidding, no. Fucking hell. Clearing extremes while you listen. Excellent. That's the thing that we like to hear the most. Also, my nose is so blocked. Can I ask for money? Sure. How would you like to receive the money, and how would you like to be paid? How would you like money? The world works by you giving something in order to get money, or you can get money for nothing. Now, I mean, nothing could be obscure by anything. If you're looking for a sugar daddy, I'm not available. But if you're looking for somebody that can potentially pay for your bills whilst you lay in bed, not do any housework, and roll out of bed to play Final Fantasy 14, can you let me know too? Because, like, I'd like to know. It wasn't me, it was Volos. Of course it was. I want 10 million gills in cash, and I want to pay back in hugs and help. Sounds to me like you want to be a sugar baby. Ah, that's it. Volos, you're not a sugar daddy, you're a sugar baby. Is that a thing? Yeah. What do you mean you need 10 million? What do you need 10 million for? Well, he needs 9 million to pay for his upkeep and then 1 million to just, you know, feed himself. You know that a person that can't actually spend more than £1 million in their lifetime to feed themselves, it's virtually impossible to do, even though with the rising cost of inflation. You could spend so much money, and sure, you could probably pay for like a really expensive meal, but realistically speaking, if you went and used only supermarkets to feed yourself with the £1 million that you had, you would be set for life. You would not need to worry about feeding yourself ever again if you're paying for the market price. Ever. A joke, by the way. I have Zoe. I can't have sugar babies. Yeah, imagine that. So Zoe would beat the shit out of you. Zoe would be like, so we have a baby now, right? Sweat. So I'll have to decline. Of course she would be mad. She'll fucking squeeze you out. She will squeeze you out so hard you won't even know top and bottom. Hey Soren, how's it going? Welcome on in. But also, like, I really like Zoe. Zoe made me laugh like the other day. Zoe was just like, "Oh yeah, if you give me nice things, watch it, Artanis." I'm like, "What do you mean if I give you nice things? Don't you deserve to have nice things? You've got Valiant. He's nice." If the babies get the same treatment as the dad, they won't last long. Volos, what do you mean? Please elaborate. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean if the babies get the same treatment as the dad, as in pampered? Because technically the babies have to pamper the dad in some way, otherwise it's an unequal relationship, right? Unless the dad gets off and giving the sugar daddy, but I need to preface this. If the sugar daddy finds satisfaction and love from just giving to the sugar baby, then I guess it works out. Societally speaking, it doesn't make sense. Most people were like, well, why would you want to spend so much money on a person just to gain nothing out of them? See the definition of financial dominatrix. But otherwise, yeah. Well then, I just saw a big surprise. What was the big surprise? I'm Midnight Toasty because I'm remembered I have a panini machine. Hello Royal, welcome in. Do we have 2 people? I'm gonna wait for let's do 2 people shout out. We've got Soren to shout out and we've got Royals to shout out. So once they get shout out, I'll give you a reason why to follow them. Or 2.
Here's a shout out.
Soren, my favorite of the Rothgars that likes to play beat 'em up games. If you haven't already, give Soren a follow. He's been going through like lots of different games recently, and it's really just really enjoyable. Also, I really like listening to his voice because he's just very, like, I have chill vibes over him. On the completely opposite end of the spectrum here, if you want to see how you roach to top 4 in TFT, look no further. Royals is the person to go to. Like, Royals is the person to go to. Roaching, and if not, gooning over ladies with muscles in Palia. There you go. Congrats to all the furries who like Star Fox. I hope you enjoyed the new game. Then yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I hope everybody enjoys themselves playing it. I'm sure it's going to be a blast. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. Oh, when I find out what to put in this section, I will put it in. To be fair, a man who doesn't want a buff woman. Let's be honest. I respect women who could kill me. Me too. Listen, right. I have a love for Sofia Vergara because in a pinch, she could kill me. She just could kill me. Like, she would like flat out just shank me. Yes, I'm here for it, but it has to be like, you know, it has to be a good woman, like a woman that's really nice. because like Gina Carano hurt me. Gina Carano hurt me so much when I saw Cara. What was her name? What did Gina Cara? Star Wars. Cara. When I saw Cara Dune from Star Wars, The Mandalorian, I was ready. I was like, put me in the seat. I'm gonna show you who Cara Dune is, all right? Because Cara Dune was just Cara Dune. Cara Dune. I mean, look at this woman. Look at this woman. Like, I just need to, like, this woman, right? This woman would have been a woman. That's a hot woman. Yeah, she would have been amazing. But she was her actress, Gina Carano, was a bumhole. Like just super racist, ICE supporting, Trump supporting bumhole. So we don't want her. We don't want her anymore. I love her, but she's just so. Now it begins. The Cara Dune will not be recasted because she's just, the character's dead. That's what it is. However, me wanted to go with, what's her face in Jesus Christ, what's her face again? The Mandalorian. I'm gonna find her again. Who is it in Mandalorian? Who is the one that thingy plays? Where is she? Rosario Dawson. Okay, we have to talk about Rosario Dawson in a minute because I fucking love Rosario Dawson. We also have to talk about Ming-Na Wen. I'm going into my Star Wars thing for a little bit, but Katie Sackhoff, that's it. Bo-Katan Kryze. This is a woman. This is a woman that will make me wanna just, yeah, let me go. You just let me have it. I'm just gonna quickly play this, okay? I just wanna play this.
Bo-Katan Kryze 101. A fierce Mandalorian warrior, Bo-Katan was a member of Death Watch, more specifically the Night Owls.
No, I need to find another one. But Bo-Katan Kryze. Katie Sackhoff. Just her. This woman. Just her. Bo-Katan. The fun fact about it is that Katie played her in the animation too. Yeah, right? Hey Baron, welcome in. Katie Sackhoff is sci-fi royalty. She was Starbuck in the Battlestar Galactica remake. She has been in a load of different sci-fi. I can't even begin to describe how many she's been in. And then the fact that she got Bo-Katan she was cast as Bo-Katan, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm in. For those of you who watched Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars, you know, glowing sword lady slasher, I'm done. That's it. And she's such a badass as well. She's such a badass. Just such a badass. Yeah, she's the kind of person that she's pretty, but she'll beat the shit out of you in seconds. It's just the look on her face. Look at it. This is the kind of face. Do you want me to stab you? Yeah, look, this is the face of somebody that just wants to go, yeah, kick ass. Anyways. So yeah, that's the kind of energy, you know. So Wooklamat had that kind of energy as well. Wooklamat, Bo-Katan, same story, different franchise. That's it. Same story, different franchise. Had something to prove. Sure, some of the stuff might be a little bit of a different reskin, but you know. Anyways, I need to stop because my heart was racing through when I was talking about Bo-Katan and Katie Sackhoff. I love Katie Sackhoff to pieces. Although she did some really funky work with her face recently. It might have been, you know, drugs. Now I'm picturing Wook with the Darksaber. Yes, right? Instead of the axe, it's the Darksaber. What if the axe was Darksabered? You know? Baron, no, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. No, don't do this to me. I've only just got. No. You own a dark saber. I owned a lightsaber. I remember thinking that I will thirst for Wuklamat, but ended up being my baby. Exactly. Well, we know who you were going to end up thirsting for. You wouldn't leave it. It was just, you know. Okay, I'm just going to leave it here for now. I just don't want to brain rot over it too much. I have 2 normal sabers and a dark saber. What are you trying to tell us here? Baron, are you trying to tell us that you're a Star Wars fan? Because I didn't know. I definitely didn't know that you were a Star Wars fan. Wuklamat is daughter. Wuklamat is baby. Baby. I was watching at some of the new streamer nonsense. Somebody posted it on their Blue Sky timeline, and I was like, oh, okay, there's gonna be drama here, right? And lo and behold, there was drama. By the way, Royal, I think there's gonna be some. I've coined this corner lesbian corner in the FC house, so I'm gonna just quickly furnish interior. Just yeah, because oh stop it! Why am I trapped? Indoor furnishings. Okay, cool. Hi, Laxus. How's it going? Welcome on in. I think we've got 2 people to do that. Volos, you're on 85 streaks. Another fine addition to my collection. Oh, General Grievous. I don't know who he said that about, which whose saber that was though. Ah, it might have been what's his face, Obi-Wan's, because I can see he was gonna say that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take a photo and I'm gonna put it up on here, right? So it's gonna be the lesbian corner, but I need to dress it up a bit more. Which Star Wars character famously said, I have a bad feeling about this? Han Solo. I think it's Empire Strikes Back when they go inside the asteroid worm for the first time, or it is when he gets pushed into the carbon freezer for the first time. Not me showing off how much I know about Star Wars as a person who's also a Trekkie. Alright, before I do this, I need to make sure that I've got a nice little thing for it. And it's not Obi-Wan, it's definitely Han Solo. According to my workplace quiz, it's all of the characters. First time though, I got a bad feel. Yeah, true. Is it? Because I feel like it's not. I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, they do have precognition. C3PO. I played Star Wars The Old Republic for the longest time. What were you in Star Wars Old Republic? Let me guess. You were Sith. You were an Inquisitor. Also, hello Aaron. Welcome on in. Ooh. Don't call me out like that. What? I just kind of figured that this would be your kind of character. One second, I need to blow my nose. Yeah, I know, right? I called Baron out for being a Sith Inquisitor. Not you being like, oh no. But Daddy, I'm such a bad boy. Please use the Force on me. Give in to your hate. Give in to your anger. Punish me. Unleash the full force of the dark side on you. On me. The Sith are so fun though. Someone disagrees with you, Force lightning. Exactly. Somebody gives you a bad look, Force choke. Sometimes I wish I could Force choke somebody. Not me putting out my dom tendencies out there. What's this? Hang on, I just need to make sure that I got the right table for this, because like harnish. Oh, I'm gonna deck that a table because that's actually a really pretty table. Somehow, someone would be into that though. What do you mean, some Volos? Are you just suggesting that you're into that too? Would you like to be choked? Would you like to be choked by your sugar daddy? Would you like to be choked by your sugar daddy? I mean, what? Aaron, would you like to be choked by your sugar daddy? If you'd like to be choked by your sugar daddy, please press 1 in chat now. For all other inquiries, please hold. Right, let me see if I can get my lesbian corner screenshotted and put in. There we go. Right. I'm gonna just quickly do this. Hide all the people. Why is it showing that for? Well, I say this for now. The lesbian corner is... There's a reason why it's a lesbian corner. I need to make it look prettier though. It is prettier. It's like pretty now, but it needs to be more prettier. You know what I mean? And then also, can I vignette this? 1 second. Hopefully I can. Can I screen effect? Vignette. No, I can't. Frames. I don't want that one. Cinema. Simple. No, that's not. I don't want a picture frame. I want a black. Oh, what's the effect for it? Soft focus? No. Is it limb darkening? Nope, it's not, is it? Why is that screen effect? It's not that. I hate it because they have all these like screen effects, but they don't make sense as to what it is. I just want a canvas. Construction, polka dot, watercolor, pencil, brilliant. None. It's none of this one. Is it cinema 2? No, I don't like that. Chat, I don't like that. I finally realized I fingered him. Who is this about? Who is this about? I'm just gonna do it this way. Fuck it. There we go. Okay. Now hopefully my screenshot folder will have shown this, so then I can put it up on the thingy. Yes, NG pose. No, don't do that. Oh. I had to let out a gigantic sneeze. Chat, that was gross. I'm making another one. Toasties slap so hard, how did I forget they were a thing? Easy. Something something dark side complete something something. Imagine being on the dark side of the force. You will find that this battle station will be fully operational by the time your friends arrive.
Complete.
Hi Stardust, welcome in. Also welcome back from Adshell, people. Let me see if I can get this lesbian corner photo snapped. Are you ready? Here's the lesbian photo for corner. Do you want to know why it's the lesbian corner? Because of reasons, of course. This is the lesbian corner. Hello, my beloved, exactly. Nothica, my beloved. How do you wish to be pounded into submission? With fury. Get it? Get it? Endless bounties, exactly. Bosoms. The bosoms. How you doing, Stardust? Welcome on in. I don't want that. I'm on 488, and how much is this now? 396. That's not too bad. 400. I got 200 more items to do. So yeah. Anyways, that's not too bad at all. I've got some. I think I've got some time, places to. Yeah, I've got position. You got time to position everything. God, you know what, right, guys? 600 on the large plots it's fucking insane. Also, hello Thekkel, how's it going? Volos' bum chum. Volos. How are we doing? A low bookshelf. Ah, yes, that's it. We love a good low bookshelf, don't we? Never enough housing, to be honest. I know, right? Housing's the end game. I just can't show housing because, like, it's get myself into trouble doing it. Big time. I'm lucky to have a medium, right? Me too. In NA, I'm lucky to have a medium. I'm also technically lucky to have a medium, a large in EU. Now that I've got it. Wish me luck in placing a lot. Good luck there, Thekkel. Good luck. I hope you win. I'm wishing you all the luck. I hope everybody gets dysentery so they can't win. I don't think this is the right one. I love it, but I don't think it's the right one. I'm gonna put it away. However, a low cartinier might be nice, actually. Do I put a kitchen downstairs or upstairs, chat? I don't know. I feel like I want to put a kitchen somewhere. I just don't think it's going to be down here. But also, I want it to be like cozy as part of the whole thing. Oh, hello. Quoted the wrong message. I need a redesign. I like my medium. I mean, yeah, you know, especially with the new dark interior. Like, wow. The dark interior is so good. You better win. Yeah, you better win there, Thekkel. Otherwise, we're gonna have words. I just had to redo my entire medium because I swapped to the dark minimalist. Oh yeah, shit, because if you swap, then that means it all just goes in. I redesigned my NAFC room today. Volos' room is going to do another day. The dark interior made me redesign my EU house, right? Thankfully, I was waiting for the update, so I didn't have to actually do anything. I want a simple one. I don't need the energy to do it because it wipes the house. Yeah. So you'd have to save everything first. Oh. Could I have done that? I like the idea of this kind of table on there. I just need to add stuff to my house since the housing update happened. At some point they should just add dyes to the interior design. Oh, I was in dyeing the interior design. Yes, I agree. I also think they need to be able to remove certain things like windows, for fuck's sakes. Like, let us put the windows where we want to put the windows, because it doesn't matter on the exterior anyway. Jesus Christ. Or let us hide the windows at the very least. But no, that's too hard. We don't want to do that. Imagine wanting to do that to make people's lives easier. Not in... Can't spell easy with Square Enix. You definitely can't. We got the minimalist and dark minimalist, and I think they're just going to add more colors of it. Pretty much. Next thing you know, we're going to have pink and yellow. Piss and bussy. Want to make your house look like piss? Change it to yellow. Want to make your house look like the interior of your bussy? Change it to pink. You just want it to remind gamers that to go outside and touch grass. It's true. I do wish that gamers would go outside and touch grass. Or brown. No, well, the dark interior is brown. And we already know what that means if it's brown. Where is this thing called again? I can't remember. I shat the bed. Oh, did you get disconnected? Oh dear. Imagine getting disconnected. Not on your Final Fantasy XIV. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, which will not let you play up to however many levels because it shat the bed? I have to say, this music is kind of slapping. What is it called again? For fuck's sakes, put them on with the cherry tree in the middle. That's an interior. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me, and I keep skipping it all the time because like my eyes are so blind, and also this UI is so tiny. It just makes me want to stab people. I don't even know if it's the Archon thing or not. And just do it as furnishing. Hell yeah, 2 more toasties. What did you have with the toasties again? Is it cheese? Hi Dorian. Hey wait. Hi Dorian. Welcome on in. Did the Sakage send her regards? Cheese ham mayo, excellent. Don't we love a bit of cheesy ham? It ain't easy if it ain't cheesy. Also, I would like how like everyone's rocking up at like 11:45. It's like, oh yeah, what time is it? It's the Gremlin Hour with your host Artanis, King of the Gremlins. Hey, they do, and I appreciate that TikTok. Listen, if you give me a sentence and if you do the highlight my message, I will do it as an ASMR for shits and giggles. Because, you know, that always gets to the neurons, alright? Also, for fuck's sakes, I've had enough of this. I just want this one table with a cherry blossom on it, and I can't seem to find it. There you go, the Philosopher's Stone table. Yeah. That's all I wanted. That's it. I'm putting it in the lesbian corner. And that stone table works better in the lesbian corner. And I think I prefer these tables anyway to the Oasis ones. The Oasis tables are nice, but I prefer the harnish tables. Yeah, the lesbian table is getting the cherry blossoms. Lesbian corner, sorry. And then I have to square it out. Felix did an ASMR recently and I used it to go to sleep. Oh, hello. You get a stray boy in your ear hole. But I've got a question though. Is that the only thing that you would go to sleep to? I'm gonna actually put this one. I'll put this one away, but I'll put this one in my thingy so I can sell it. Because, yeah, I'd rather have these tables. They look much nicer. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna store. sometimes I doom scroll till you pass out. Are you the person that's like when you're doom scrolling, right, and you're in bed, but you're doing this like you're doom scrolling and you got your phone in front of your face or on your side, and you're on your side and then you're scrolling, and then suddenly you just find your eyes like heavily closing, and as you do, you're like, ah, oh, I'm falling asleep. Finally, the sweet release of like release being like no longer conscious, and then you hear a smack and it wakes you up because you're on your phone. Your phone is on your face. And you're like, ah, shit. And what's worse is your lips and your fingers have kept onto the screen, so the screen is still glowing, and it's on something random, like it's just about to make a payment, and you're like, can you not? And then so you're like looking around, and then you have to like put your phone like onto one side, and you have to find a charger, and you have to plug the charger. By the time you plugged in the charger and found your phone, your brain's awake again, and so you're back to doom scrolling. Oh, that's funny, because I find myself doing it all the time these days. To be honest, Felix was made for ASMR because I can't believe he was self-conscious about his voice. Like, sir, he's a singer and he's self-conscious about his voice. I don't get people. I have a magnetics. I have a stand next to me, next to my bedside table, so that I know when to put my phone to bed, and it's easy. I don't have to find a plug anymore. I just put the stand and it charges. That's it. Apparently, he used to be picked on for his deep voice, which is wild. I once shared a YouTuber's store on socials because I fell asleep with the phone in hand. That's funny. What were you sharing? You shared this YouTuber who was showing off bad dragons available on his TikTok and YouTube store. Thankfully, my Blue Sky is usually up to date, so I can't doom scroll as much, and I no longer check on all my feeds. Oh, so listen, right? I don't check on Discover anymore. I don't even check on following. I just check one feed, and then that's it. Nothing else. I just check the Amore feed, and that's it. Because tell you what, right? So if you're not already in the Amore community, so you should do !Amore to find out more about us, and then !Discord to find out to join the community. But if you want to be part of the Discord, and then you also want to be part of the community list, then just let me know and I can put it in. But the people that are in the community and who they interact with, I'm filtered. I'm good. I'm gonna give you an example, right? Estinian killed a lot of evil dragons in Heavensward. If you don't believe me, Google Final Fantasy 14 Bad Dragon. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so this is my Blue Sky, right? And I'm gonna go straight to this is my feed. Googling now, jail, right? So I have practically everybody here and telling me nonsense all the time, because they're either interacting with somebody or they are, by the way, if you get jump scared by NSFW content, I'm sorry. But yeah, they're just telling me all the gossip from here. Where was the gossip? There was this one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on. I'm getting jump scared. Let me do this again. Yeah. I got jump scared by this one on my fucking timeline. Label your fucking posts. No, I swear, I don't write. I label my posts all the time. So, but yeah, I got this. This tea cape was graced. Somebody was like, who was it again? I think it was Azza and Arthur. Them two gay Filipinos, honestly. Filipinos are like gossip mongers. Anyways, they found this on like fucking... They found this and I was like, okay, I don't like either of these two, but I am kind of like, okay, cool, Mr. Happy. But also, here's the thing. How do you unpack this? Xenoxis, this was ugh. And Mr. Happy, the tick alone is ugh. But them two having at it, it's kind of like watching Godzilla and King Kong having a fight. Go for it. Go for it. I'm having at it. Anyways, so I find that on my feed alone. So I'm quite happy to just chill. I am just happy to chill and watch you lot on Blue Sky. Ooh, okay. 1 second. I just read something and I'm like, okay, I probably need to just have a moment. Also, why am I... Okay, fine. I'm not going to disable that. Killed Mr. Happy in PvP when I played on the US server. It was a good day. Oh, yeah. Mr. Happy's a Lalafell, isn't it, right? I don't touch you for any more... I don't touch for you anymore. Hang on, wait. I agree. I don't touch for you anymore because I got jump scared by Big Natural's straight zero far too many times. It's nah. Royal, I did not understand that at first because but now I got it. I don't touch the FYP because of the constant jump scares. Got it. That's funny. It's so funny. Oh god. That is so funny. Big Natural straight zero. I can't unsee zero without like fucking abs and taller than you and ready to crush you. I can't. I just really need to see more of that. I'm tired of seeing dicks. Labels, please. Exactly. I just mute people. If I see too much dicks, I just label them. I already mute them and I'm like, listen, I don't want to be anywhere near you. Like one time I had like my feed was just covered in dicks for a good 10 days. So I just muted a few people and I was like, dude, I just don't want to see that. Like, not that I'm not being a prude or anything, but like it's exhausting to see dicks all the time. It's exhausting to see a certain lane all the time. And I get it, you know, dicks is good for you, you know, or just genitalia is good. Right, I'm not kink shaming or anything, but I am doing is asking for moderation, which is probably it's a bit of a hard ask, but you know, I don't need to see it all the time. I just don't. I miss my wife and now I turned off my PC, but I want to go turn it back on and see her again and just stare constantly at your wife. Have you ever thought about just like putting your wife in the middle of something like beautiful, like Mare Elementorum, and stare at your wife whilst like the stars are just like, you know, in the background? Pun intended, but the hard ask for moderation. Yes, it was actually no, it wasn't. No, there was no pun intended, but I could see what you mean. I can see what you mean. Dorian, buddy, pal. Sometimes the things that I say, low-key unintentional. I straight up mute people not labeling. I don't care about anything. Yeah, same. Hey, Lewinshire, how's it going? Fucking double D's zero being a trad wife is not my zero. Exactly. Yeah, I'm just. I think is that I'm so demisexual. It's painful. Like I need an emotional stimulus and an intellectual stimulus to join it. You can't just like. I'm gonna put you an example, right? Most porn stars don't do it for me, but I will happily listen to Pedro Pascal talk about something, and I would goon almost like, oh, like I'd sit there and just be like, I really like his character. I really like everything about him. I like the way he talks. I like the way he speaks. I just like everything about him. Why am I getting emotionally attached to him? I need to stop. I need to pull back a bit. No, he's like a gravity well. I just feel myself like being sucked in closer to him just because of his character. So maybe that's just me being a bit too demi. I don't know. It's just I just don't care enough about it. Maybe, and it's also me getting older as well. After a while, you just see the flesh and you're like, oh, okay. Although having said that, Tomac was saying one time in the morning, he was like, oh yeah, I'm having a good time right now because this is my view, and he's basically showing the blue sky outside, and then he's got a direct line of sight to a rugby pitch on the outside with all these rugby boys practicing. And so I was like, yeah, you're going to have a good time. No context is beef back on 14, I think, but not completely. I've been working hard lately and late. Glad I could catch the stream again and chill. Right? I'm here to chill. I'm no prude, but I like it classy. Same. Hi, flesh. I like that word. What is that? A pile of secrets and flesh. Something, something. Hello, Amel. How's it going? Welcome on in. I'm not... So listen, I genuinely don't want to hate on it. I just get exhausted of just being exposed to it all the time, and I need to find a way to dial down the volume. It's like when you go into a Discord call and somebody is really loud and you're just like, you need to go from 100 to maybe 33? No, 20. There you go. I don't hear you so much. And there's like...
Nice cock!
If I understand what you mean, then yes, 100%. Oh, do you wanna hear about the beef? Okay, I'm gonna put it out there as well. There is beef, and this is related to TBSE. A well-known modder who originated TBSE is finally retiring. He was in an alliance raid. Did I hear Demi talk? Demisexual? Yes, he did. So, I think I read something. Well, yeah, what? I think I read something too. I'm going to tell you something that I saw though. A well-known TPSC modder has finally retired because of they just had enough of it. But there are people who don't like that this is all happening, and so they decided to take everybody down, and like, you know, I think the word is, if I can't be happy, nobody can be happy. These people are really just need to seek help. If it were me, the moment somebody utters those words, I would put them in a straitjacket and incarcerate them until they do no harm and that cooler heads prevail, or something to the effect of a tranquilizer. I don't know. But yeah, that's just one of them. It was really a struggle to watch that because they're really nice. Well, I've heard that they're really nice. So I think it's just one of those things where, like, the modding community is constant drama 24/7. I'm sorry, but there's not a day that goes by that I don't listen to somebody whining. And this is why mods go, not from SE. They just leave. They leave. Yeah, Square Enix is perfectly fine. It does nothing. It stays as it is. But people have always been the problem. Always been the problem. Always been the problem. Also, side note, I also have a problem with, like, so there's like different generations of popular people that emerge, and generally they're streaming personalities, but they're also, like, you know, social media personas and whatnot. So we're coming through, I think, so if we've celebrated more than 10 years, so we're coming up to 11-12 years of Final Fantasy 14. We've probably gone through at least 3 generations of popular people. I'm probably we are all in this wave of 3rd generation where we've already seen things come and go, and each generation lasts about 3 or 4 years and emerges at the intersection when a group of people then start phasing out. You can actually see this when it comes to expansions. Every expansion has the rise and fall of a popular or a celebrity, basically. Like, I think for me, I was the Endwalker era, and then now I'm in Dawn Trail Prime Time. But for other people like Mr. Happy was probably 0. Xenoxis was, like, I'm gonna say Heaven's Ward. Shampai was 0 as well. So yeah, but the crux of all of this is that, you know, you see people come and go, and that they're now the benchmark for what is not acceptable or what's drama. And it's hard, it's annoying to be part of it, because what happens is that then people just emulate all this, like, popularity-isms, and then it trickles down into, like, the everyday players like you and me. And then when it goes to, like, modding community, for instance, oh my god, like, they have no chill whatsoever. Absolutely 0 fucking chill. And you'd think to yourself, like, guys, don't you have, like, lives that you have to go to, and you have to do things, and, like, don't you get stressed out by your lives? No, apparently not. Probably they're so bored that they're twiddling their fingers that they need to go find the enemy once more, and it's just like, no. No, they don't. Royal, what? Valiant, what? What are you doing? What are you two? And listen, I'm in my own little world now. I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I have a good life. We said the same thing at the same time. Oh yeah. Well, you know. But listen, if we said it at the same time, we were all thinking the same thing, right? We were all hive mind. We were talking about it and we were saying shit about, like, we can't have nice things because of other people. And so what happens is that we have this, like, I'm gonna call it the gated community syndrome, where like communities start to close off, they wall up and they go, okay, I don't want to be anywhere near, we want to gatekeep who comes in and out of our community, which is sad because you don't want to do that, but some fucking reason you have to protect yourself from unwanted nonsense. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I'm gonna admit something on stream, and I don't care if I get recorded, because I just got tired of it, and I went through a really nasty patch in my life where I got my boss was managing me out, and I was having a very bad time with it. It was doing psychological damage because basically I could lose my job at any moment given time because I'm not performing well, and it created a hostile environment. I didn't eat very well, I didn't sleep very well. I was just doing lots of work to try and make sure that I wasn't in trouble, and you know, I used a lot of tactics to stay alive. On the side of that, I was still running Roth Market and whatnot, and that was hard work to run Roth Market and keep a positive face and momentum whilst, you know, you could potentially lose your job because of your boss being a bumhole. So now I've had probably 7 instances of drama in the last year where people had a problem with the way that me or people that I trust in my community, and people who in positions like moderation, like they had a problem with it. And you know, I'm very tired of it as well, because like, guys, listen, I've got shit to do as well. And I built this when I first started doing streaming, and I first started doing, you know, building a free company for Final Fantasy 14. I really wanted to have a life first approach to all of it, where like, listen, you know, you want to play the game, great, just tell us that you want to play the game and that you can't wait for us, and you just go ahead and do your game, and everybody else will do the content when we do the content, right? We expect that you respect our need to not be involved in the drama or be involved in you playing MSQ, and that you just, you know, let us be. So do your own pace, stay in your own lane, that sort of thing. And so, but some people were not satisfied with being in their own lane or respecting people in their own lane. They wanted to create some sort of fuss, and in particular, and I'm going to joke about this as merging lanes, because they basically go, okay, I want more of what you're giving me, and you're not giving me enough. And that's hard work, because you're already giving lots to people anyway. You're like, oh yeah, I do this, I say for instance, I run a community on a regular basis, but it's not just me as well, it's other people that are part of this community. And why do you have to wait for me to do things when you can also do things yourself, right? Why is it that you've just let your entire personality be hinged on me servicing you? And then this could, and by the way, this archetype doesn't just have to stick with me, it could go to anybody. You know, you can suddenly be like, yeah, what's it? You could be like, hey, listen, I didn't even want, you could, how am I going to phrase this? It's like, even if you try to, like, you know, do your best to look after these so-called friendships that you've built, right, it becomes one way. It's a one-way street. You don't get anything out of it, and then because you don't get anything out of it, you don't want to do it anymore. But no, you have to go do stuff about it. You have to do, you know, you have to take part, yada yada yada. Why? Because I don't know, you have to give to this person because they demand it, you know. And then the moment that you don't give them what they want, you're the bad person. You're no longer in control. Oh, you never used to be like that, so you changed. It's like, yeah, but the only reason why you're saying that is because you got something out of me in that point in time, and then now that I'm not doing that for you, you're like, oh well, you know, you're a bad person. And this happens regularly, by the way. So very regularly. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault but the person who perceives you differently. And that's it. So if you ever have this situation where you feel like you know, you're just somebody keeps taking from you and you feel exhausted all the time, say bye. Just say goodbye. Let them go. Tell them you love them, but you love yourself more, and you need to be narcissistic about this shit and move on. And find time for you to breathe, find time for you to look after yourself, and find time for you to chase joy. Because I'll tell you something right now, the only person that's in control of happiness is you. So, and you're also the only person that can make yourself get better. If you're sick, feed yourself, clothe yourself, you know. And if you're going to constantly complain about, oh, I don't have anything to do, or if I don't have friends around, or I don't have this and I don't have that, but you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing to change it, you're the problem, you're the baddie. Am I here? Does it sound nice? No, of course not. It's not nice at all. It's not nice to hear it, but nice don't factor into it when you're the one getting beaten up regularly. I feel this so much, and as a naturally generous person, I find it very easy for people to take advantage of me, and I would let them. But the second I stopped, I was the issue. Exactly. And I used to be part. And here's the thing about. I'm going to give you an example of me giving. When I could do it back in the day, I would spend a lot of like my mornings, if I can, and if I wasn't like taking too much time on my day, and you know, my brain couldn't handle it anymore, I would actually go and like, you know, if I could work at the same time and also watch people's streams, I'd be there. So I'd be in some of the morning streams, I would be in like, you know, Australia and Asia streams. And then I stopped doing it because I was just getting beat up left, right, and center. So like, you know, I was like, I was making mistakes, or I was being accused of making mistakes. So I had to be really on my tiptoes about everything. And then I made a conscious decision to only be like present in people's streams if I had the time to do so. And then I'd be like, okay, well, I need to make sure that I still prioritize my life. Now, this is perceived as generosity as well, because you're sitting there like, oh yeah, you're giving yourself time to people on streams and whatnot, and then you're having conversations with people, and then suddenly you disappear, and they're like, oh, what happened to our tennis? I don't know, something happened, but like, you know, I didn't like him anyway because he wasn't giving us enough attention, blah, 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 this, that, the other. And then you're like, well, where's the empathy here? Hey, where the fuck is the empathy? I spent time and I had a good laugh with you, but the moment I'm not there to have a good laugh with you, suddenly you're stabbing me in the back. Why am I getting punched for? I got life here. I gotta get on with my job. And some people don't even have the luxury of what I do, which is I work from home. So people were doubly lucky to have me around, if I'll be honest with you, because I was like working from home and I could divert a bit of time to being able to be in chat, right? At my time zone in the morning. Or in the evening. And on top of that, I have like, you know, if I do spend a bit of time, that's the free time that I'm choosing willingly to give to you, because I probably only have 20 minutes to an hour to give, right? Everything else, it goes to my everything else goes to my other half, my husband. I have a husband, I have a dog, I have a life, a social life outside of this. But no, apparently I can't have a social life, and that happens to be for many other people as well. But other people can't have a social life as long as you're not, you know, if you don't end up giving to other people, and you're not like, you know, satisfying their needs, you become automatically the enemy, and they're gonna find everything under the sun to try and like, you know, make you the enemy. And whenever that happens, nah, just let me. How dare you have a life? And if you're experiencing that kind of nonsense right now, my advice to you is this: leave. Let them go. Leave. Because it ain't gonna get any better. The truth of it all is it ain't gonna get better. It's just gonna get worse. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. I don't want to be the person to tell you, listen, you should bow out right now, but I think you should bow out right now. Anyways, rant over. I don't even think it was a rant. It was just me telling stories and truths. Oh. No, I'll do it upstairs. I can do this though.
I believe it's time to swallow your liquids.
Yes, Mahjong, I will go do that. For real though, thank you for sharing your toxic work stuff. I hope it all got resolved and you're in a much better place now. Ah, yes, happy ending. I'm gonna drink some drink though. Everybody should drink a drink as well. So, I left an industry that I really loved. Life sciences. So, I was like 13 years. Full on since 2013. 13 years of being in life sciences. Started in recruitment for clinical, then did real world evidence, market assessment, phases all the way from early phase to late phase, drug development, you name it. I did everything. You know, I did everything there, and I was predominantly on the services side. I'd never worked for the drug developer itself, like the biotech or the pharma. So I knew a hell of a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of life sciences stuff. I knew neuro, I knew cancer, I knew cardio, I knew hemo, blood related stuff, I knew women's health, I knew men's health. I just knew a lot. And then last year when I left, I was like, you know what, I think I'm done with life sciences. I'm really done with it, because every time I went to a life sciences company, I was getting beaten the shit out of for no reason whatsoever. And it was horrible to be in there thinking that, you know, you're supposed to be working in an industry to help better the humanity and to find life-saving treatments, but they're not saving they're not looking after the very lives that are looking to treat you, to care for you, to look after you. You know, you're not helping them. They're not being helped. So yeah, it just became a case of me figuring out where to leave. And then where did I end up? I ended up in sustainability, of all things. Supply chain sustainability in textiles. Sounds like a long thing. Big, massive word, mouthful. But basically, it's just ensuring that clothes manufacturers are responsibly creating their products. They're not harming, the harm that they're doing to the environment is certified good enough. We set the standards, they follow the standards. And this is really rewarding. My boss is so much nicer. She looks after me. I'm part of a massive organization now. I don't work as hard as I used to. I work hard, don't get me wrong, but I'm not like killing myself, you know? So that, I'm in a better place. And I kind of want to do the same thing for everybody else, that you can be in a better place too. It just takes a bit of time. And I promise you, all the hard work that you put in now, it will change. It will change for the better. You will find yourself in such a good place because you kept at it. It doesn't look like it now, I can promise you that. You probably feel like, oh shit man, this is such a slog. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? Just to suffer? Yeah, you are. To quote Arden, you're there just to suffer. But suffering will build strength, character, and eventually the opportunity for you to escape. You left a job, took a pay cut, swapped industries, and now I'm here, super happy writing code and doing data analysis bits for finance. Dorian, see, that's really healthy. I'm really happy for you. Well done. Admittedly, I did the same thing as well, but I chose my sanity. The way I always see it is, if I have time and I feel like I'll be there. And I do let people know that I will mostly likely be doing stuff, but they can always ask. Exactly, right? You know, and I think it's nice, the glory of being able to just say, hey, listen, I've got time for you. You know, it makes me also wonder, where the hell do other people get the time to do, you know, whatever they're doing? Yeah, right? And then you've got this tricky thing of like, oh yeah, I'm available, and I can help, but it's like people forget, and so you just, again, it's the case of being like, you know, the case of the missing Valiant. You know, where's Valiant? Oh, I thought he was in Chaos. He's not. He's based in Eli. What the fuck are you on? Are you guys? Are you okay? Hello? I'm always here, but no one messages. It's because you're just like, you know what you are. You're intimidating. You're like dad. You're like intimidating. You're intimidating dad. Oh, I don't know if I can ask Unky Valiant for help. And you're just sitting there like, do 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 do. You're walking down the street. You're walking down the street. That's you, actually. I always ask Unky Valiant for help, right? By the way, when are we doing Arcadian? Well, when are we doing Arcadian? Do you want to do Arcadian on... When's your next free day? Yeah. Arden, we're doing... Are we going... We're going with the family, right? We're gonna do a... We're gonna do a... Royal's first time getting pounded by... Kidding. Royal breaks down the social convention and doors and equips Valiant with the companion slot. Saturday, but these few days I have working. I'm helping duty, so I might be able to do it either way. No, we'll do Saturday. We'll do a stream out of it. Let's do a collab stream. Hopefully your internet doesn't die. Should we collab? Oh wait, no, Valiant. Are you doing something on Saturday? Oh, we'll work around you, Valiant. You're busy yeah, we won't do it during the day. We'll definitely do it in the evening because we're gremlins, right? 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 I don't know. We'll figure it out. You know, like most of the day. In the evening? Pizza in the evening? I'm not free until 11 p.m. That's fine. That's fine. We can wait. It's not... Have you noticed what time I started? I started stream at 10 o'clock today. What the fuck? That's perfectly fine because I need to see my grandpa to get the fuck off the TV. Okay, yeah, fine. Why did she use the TV on the internet? Oh, it's because, yeah. Okay, fine. I'm not going to ask anymore. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm trying to figure out. Oh. Okay, guys. I'm going to give you a snapshot of this place. Actually, no, you know what? I'll do it myself. Never mind. I was going to say, where should I put this bar? And I realized, nope, I'm not going to do that. It's a shame that your grandma affects your internet. I don't know how your grandma could do that, but jeez. Also, Dorian, finance. Talking about housing, I just finished adding a few details to the museum since we have more slots. Are you just finished? I'm going over. I'm gonna go say hi. Because the internet is through the phone cables still. Oh, of course. Oh, Royal, that's sucky. Oh, just quickly go say hi. No, you're good. Don't worry. Maybe downgrade Granny from 4K streams to 720p or less. That's so funny. That's so funny. I'm putting that. Oh, at least fucking you're changing it to a TV cable instead. It's funny. That is so funny. Blanket, remind me again which one is it? Party members friend list. Remind me who is it? That is so funny. Granny needs to be like, stop 4K streaming, god damn it. Yeah, you're old. Actually, no, I'll go find who's the one in there. I can't remember who it is. Oh, Ludovic, there you go. I'm gonna go estate Lark, that's it. What's the name of the location now? Estate. I think I've got Lark somewhere. I don't know if I added Lark though. What was the location again though? I could probably check Fall. Fall Birch has it. Fall Birch. There you go. He's got it accessible. Okay. No, you're good. Don't worry. You don't have to do anything. I found it. Oh, you did a good job with the outside. Hello. Well done. Outside's looking cute. Very cute. I like it. What's this called? This is called the Rot Museum. Alright, please tell me. Rot Museum. Stuff is, yeah, I love it. Great. One day when I will get a chance to actually go through it, but this is already looking really good. Hello, hello. We got Thaliarch and Louisois greeting us immediately. Okay. This is the chill area. Good. By the way, you've got plenty. Feel free to use the walls. Use more of the walls. Also, yeah. Is this the bar section? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm gonna say one thing, which is you're gonna need I think you need a reception area, a much bigger reception area. It needs to be right in your face. I don't even know where the reception area is. And you're going through the door and we go upstairs. I like that you separated everything out. Okay, so that one needs a bit of work. Got it. So upstairs it needs a bit of work. Which means all the museum is currently downstairs at the moment, isn't it? Okay. Welcome back from Edgedale, chat. I'm just talking with Blanket about this Roth Museum thing. So everyone can decorate it. Oh, that's cute, which means... Okay, we need to have like a... Yeah, you need to... So the museum looks really good downstairs. You did a really good job cooking that bit. You need to split that section so it's very clear what is free company only and then what is... what is museum only, because what you did with this museum downstairs, it's fucking amazing. It's so good. You did a really good job here. Well done. Really, really good job. Yeah, this is a very good job here. It's giving me ideas about how... Oh, sorry, 1 second. It's giving me ideas about how to plan all of this in terms of like the what do you call it? The experience. I'm thinking, I don't know whether you want to take experience, your influence from the Louvre or how the Vatican gets displayed. Although I think you did have, you know, because there's a lectern here. Okay, fine. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Blanket. I see what you did. So yes, you've got. There's a bit more to do, and I think I need to go and like insert myself in and help out a bit as well. But otherwise, yeah, you've done a very good job already. Downstairs cooks so good. It cooks really good. I don't even think the pictures do it justice. So yeah. No, good. No, you're welcome. You're welcome, buddy. I've got to think about how I'm going to decorate my place. Because so far, I've been addicted to like the features that it was me, is that I put a lot of waterfall features everywhere. So guys, if you have a weak bladder, you may not be able to go into the I'm running out of witty things to say. At 25 months, Alu, you could say a lot of witty things. How about you just exist? Also, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome on in, Alu. How are you doing? Yay! By the way, Alu, if your alt has not unlocked all of them yet, do you want to come along on Saturday to do the Arcadian raids with Royal for the first time? We all sit on a voice chat and just do just basically watch Royal, and then we go through the content together. Because you and Royal technically you were one of the very few first people that joined Royal in playing in starting off the content. Depends on what time Saturday, because there's an Animate group day, but I'm free, I think, so 6 o'clock your time, no, 5 o'clock your time, because you're 6 hours behind, right? 6 or 7, I can't remember. I'm gonna say 7, which means 5 o'clock onwards. Are you gonna be free 5 o'clock? Yes, there is a spot as well, Volos. So that's gonna be 12 o'clock your time. I think. Oh, the evening? Yeah, I'll be free. Good. For the reception, I was thinking about putting some of the counters where the portraits are, so people don't casually walk through the door. Yes, you need. Well, yes, you need to do that. You need to do that. I might ask Key as well to join us. Slay. I think I know I haven't done tier 3, but I don't remember if I've done tier 2 or not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He doesn't know if he's done tier 2. Oh dear, chat. This is worrying. It's okay, don't worry about it. It's okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Worst case, I'll just unlock it with Royal. Exactly. Why is there a clip against me? Who clipped me? One second, I need to click my back. I'm gonna stand up. I needed to. I'm just missing the last tier, basically. Yeah. But I don't think Alu's got it on Xena. I love Arcadian so much. I'm like, I don't mind replaying it. I already did it anyway. Good. Okay, maybe it doesn't want to click that way. What about this way? Oh, that's better. I'll double check that I got tier 2. If I got tier 2 done then. Okay, good. I spent yesterday writing a mini essay on food science while listening to the Arcadian OST. Do the tier 2 without me if you haven't. Because I say 11 PM, could be later. Hallian, what are you doing? Why? Oh, it's fine. We don't mind waiting anyway. It's not like we could just sit there and yap away and do some content. Also, Royal has to do the new Alliance raid as well. So, we'll save that for you. So, we have plenty of content. I know, sorry, I'm doing shit. No, I get it. Don't apologize. It's fine. No, it's not. It's not fine at all. Can go whenever. Exactly. There's the bar. No, that's not it. I do need to put the back bar though. I'm gonna have to think about the back bar concept. I'll keep an eye out to help with stream. No, thanks, Lan. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have to find. How am I gonna do this? I want a big bar area, but I don't want to like. I don't know. I'll figure it out. A corner counter? Hmm. No, that's not it. We don't want a corner counter. June. I think I know how I'm going to do this. Okay, so we need to vert. I think, yeah, we need to get some big stuff. Oh no. Can I do it there? Yeah, I could probably do it there. Yeah, I can do that way. Okay, cool. We're good with that. I don't know how some people have, like, you know, when you're like decorating and then you have, and people create these really insane ideas. I have to have like a fever dream to get to that level of really good. I don't know how people do it on a regular basis though. Oh yeah, what's your job? I'm like a Final Fantasy 14 interior designer. How much does that pay? Surprisingly well. I could get up to 200 in a single day's work. Holy shit. Okay, sign me up. For the FC house, I can help with obtaining some of the cheaper items on JP if needed. I bought the Bouncer set recently and the JP prices were like a third of the NA and half of the EU. Okay. I could always do with more leather sofas. By the way, Valiant, I'll have some more of those leather sofas. Thank you. I thought 10 was going to be enough. I used 10 in like a second. Literally. Today's my birthday and I had to go to the doctor. Oh, that sucks, Superior Neko. At least you're looking after your health as part of your birthday. Welcome on in. Superior Neko, I have a question for you. It's been bugging me. Also, happy birthday. 2 questions actually. One, are you forever 21? My doctor scheduled me to get a chest x-ray and lung infection test. Well, it could be worse, right? I had a chest x-ray recently because I wasn't sure about whether my condition was in thingy. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it turns out my doctor was like, yeah, your chest is normal. I'm like, what do you mean normal? So I need to go do a follow-up with my doctor tomorrow to ask why is it normal, but I completely forgot about it. I also have to go to the dentist and sort out my teeth because I think one of the fillings fell out and it's just really sensitive as fuck. Yes, you're over 21. You turned 27 today. Excellent. Congratulations. Happy birthday. This next question. What's the history behind your name? I'm always curious about it. Just randomness. Got it. Cool. I was a bit surprised. I thought there was actually a cool story behind it. Not that I'm saying it's bad or anything. I'm just surprised. Yeah, I just threw it together. Plus Neko, because cats. So are you saying here that you think you're better than other cats? Are you the best cat there? I'm kidding. No, that's a really thing. That's a mean thing to say. Sorry. It just came out. No, I'm the god of all cats. You're the god of cats. Got it. Good thing I'm not a cat. Feline species made me, but not cat. And when are you going for the chest x-ray? might get rid of these tools sometime this month. That's not too bad then. At least it was just one part of the day and not the whole day, you know? Is this it? Is this really the sync? I'm gonna just do this then. Fuck it, I don't care. As soon as they call me back for the referral, which could be any time between today and when? Hi Rice, welcome on in.
Romuraisu raided your channel with 26 viewers.
The chaos is here. Welcome in, Raiders. We're going to go into ASMR mode for this. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Artanis. But if you haven't already, chat, please do follow the legendary, the one and only, thickest of necks, longest of gates, Romuraisu. He's here after playing Final Fantasy XIV, and he has stolen my child away from me, my goodest of boys. And he has not left me a message. He has not left me a note to say thank you for bequeathing your child to me. He has just sent his child to say, sorry, I'm going to go, bye. So, I'm giving you shit for it. You're not sorry. Don't ever apologize for taking people to a happier place. Not like I'm judging you anyway, am I? And also, guys, if you haven't already, please do make sure you follow Romuraisu. For the rest of you lot, I'm Artanis. I'm a Rothgar that plays Final Fantasy XIV, but today we are vibing. We are chilling and just chatting because, boy, it's been a week. I play Final Fantasy XIV. I play also Mass Effect, StarCraft, Dragon Age, to name a few. I run a community called Amore. You can find out more about us by doing !Amore, or you can go to the Discord, which is !Discord. You can also find me on socials. Yeah, Ardorant, of course, hilarious. So I'm gonna do. Here's my socials. Here's Discord. And then obviously, guys, you all know Rice. Make sure you follow him. I'm on TikTok and Blue Sky a lot. Also, you see all my G poses there. I know which one you're all looking at. Filthy fat pervs. Anyways, what were you doing, guys? Talk to me about it. What was the gig? What was the gig? What were we chatting about? What were you doing in Final Fantasy XIV? So why is my fucking UI like that? I swear to God, this UI. Like 1 minute, it's fine. Yeah. They wanted me to get a chest X. Neko, yeah, I was gonna get to that in a minute. Please don't do that because it triggers my OCD big time. I'll get to the conversation when I get to it, please. Okay, so they wanted to get your chest looked at because you've been lightheaded. I gathered. Don't do that to me as well. Like I don't need condescending comments like that. I know that you don't mean it that way. I just don't want it like that. It gets my guard up very quickly. I'm okay. I will get to it when I get to it. I understand that you need your chest. You're gonna get your chest looked at because you were lightheaded. Okay, great. But I'm sure they were already thinking about other symptoms. They were thinking about your breathing. Did you do the heart? Did they check your heart rate? Did they bloods? Have they done blood tests? There's all these things. So it sucks that it got booked on your birthday. However, needs must, health first. Birthday later. Why? Because you won't. I don't want to say horrible bits. Well, I'm not going to ask for the details on stream because that's not cool. So, Rice. I'm going to put a pause on that conversation, Neko. Rice. If you need to run a raid, please do. Look after yourself and look after your stream. Stream. If you are here to raid, great. And if you are staying around, I'm more than happy to have you. Well, I'd be very honored to have you around. But if you need to go as well, and you've already allotted your time to how much stream you're going to do, no problem at all. I'm here chilling away. I'm going to lower down the BPM for you guys. And what I mean by BPM is not beats per minute. It's blood. Well, it is. It's your blood pressure. So yeah, Yeah, no. Gunbreaker vasectomy. Jeez. Wow. Those are words that I did not expect to see. I'm just gonna pin that for shame. I'm gonna pin that for shame, Ome. Also, Ome, I hope you had a wonderful time on your holiday. Vietnam, right? It's funny, I was just thinking about you because I have to set up an event in Vietnam for October. I actually go to Ho Chi Minh, and I was like, oh, Rice was there. No, not Rice. Ome was there. Sorry, wrong brown boy. Wrong brown boy. Don't. Sorry. Hey, listen, I'm a brown person too. It's a fine. I'm allowed to make that joke. By the way, what did you do on 14? Let me guess, you were doing extreme farming, right? And I'm gonna do that, I guess? I don't know. I think so. I don't know. Also, this is a tune, this bit. I'm gonna take it as you guys are chilling, so it's fine. Because the moment you lot were quiet, I didn't know if it was my chat going like quiet or whatever, but it's fine. Either way, Rice, go hydrate, look after yourself and moisturize, and if you need to head off, you should head off. Thank you. 8 months until 8.0. You're G-posing. Okay, good. Things are working. Fine. Can I be honest here? This is... it's not a hot take. It's not even an unpopular take, but I'm not here to count down when something is happening. Evercold will drop when Evercold drops. I appreciate people's excitement for it. I love that people are excited for it. What I don't want to do though is I'm not ready. I've not made a position on it yet. I love the game. I love it a lot. But we had this conversation about community earlier on. Community stresses me out now. I don't want to look at the community because these days there's always some unwashed bumhole opinion or behavior that's happening, and it makes me want to go, no thanks, I'm okay. So actually, you can ask me what I think about certain things, but I'm definitely avoiding asking people what they think, what they do, how they feel about it, unless of course I'm ready for it. And like, I don't even, sometimes I think about like, you know, how I've been like, I've said so many, I've talked about content and whatnot, and I'll be like, hey, I'll talk about content and I'll talk about Evercold in an Evercold lane, but like otherwise it's like I don't want to invite it because I've seen so many like, I'm not even calling them hot takes. I don't even want to call them shit takes because that's just, you know, it's just putting energy to something that you don't really want to put energy to. But basically, yeah, I've seen a lot of takes where I'm just like, or opinions where people just need to really stop. Go touch grass, go find a day job, do something else, just something else different. I'm really curious about the rate. Do you want to hear something? Hello, Darkborn, welcome on in. John, do you want to hear something funny? So I think the when we saw Evercold and when we saw the release for the new roles, I think we already got the hint for what Yoshi-P was talking about, because it was very vague for Dawntrail with the Viper, but it's a bit more obvious now that we saw Ritterton on his t-shirt, which makes me think the tank is going to be a shield breaker, a shield based character class, which means then if you think about the logical, like, you know, the homage to it, he's probably gonna have Livia Sasjunius's class, because she's currently a monk, but remember that she had like those blades with the guns, and I automatically thought of like Bayonetta, and I thought it would be funny because like Bayonetta was I just thought of like, oh, the class is going to be like a Bayonetta style gunslinger, where you use your fists and your feet, and it's basically monk with shotguns and your arm with guns on your hands and feet, so you can kick and whatnot. Arm guns for fizz ranged, yeah, kind of like that, Photon. So I thought about that, and I'm just like, yeah, not gonna lie. If like Bayonetta becomes like the fizz ranged, I'm so in. I would also like a whip, but I don't think that's going to happen because of the, the mechanics of how to do the whip. I don't think it's going to be like a ninja style thing, like a Kasurai Igagama, for instance, the one, the sickle on the chain. I don't think that's going to be it. I think it could be a grenadier, because we've seen a grenade class, or I don't think it'll be a cannoneer, because the cannoneer's already been done. So it's just, it's just dumb things like that. I want a dual pistol job in 14. Yeah, like the Viper for dual blade. It could be like the Viper, but no, Neko, they'd be lazy and then just basically do. They would well, to be fair, Bayonetta is also dual. Yeah, Bayonetta, dual pistol job, but she also has guns in her heels. I cast gun. Listen, we're gonna be like this. Where is it? Where is it? Duplicate. I'm gonna go see what the next video is. I'm gonna play this one here now. So, haunted house. This is literally gonna be us.
That's all you've got. You're making it easy. Don't make me. Is that all you've got? Almost.
God, that's gonna be us, literally. That's genuinely gonna be us. I'm huffing my Blitzer copium until the day I die. It's a 14 exclusive. I don't think it's going to be a Blitzball player. I want it to be because I love 10. I love Final Fantasy 10. It's just not going to be here. It really isn't. They said it's an all-new class. It could be inspired by Final Fantasy 10. I would love for it to be inspired by Final Fantasy 10. But will it get inspired by Final Fantasy? Will it be Final Fantasy 10? No. Like, I want a non-racist Waka. I had the hots for Waka, even with his racism aside. Why? Because he was redeemable. Okay. Plus, do you think I'll be like Lulu with the attack plushies? It could be. So, a non-racist Waka. So, hang on. Before we do that, here's the quote. Captain's log, Therastate 7 Astral Era, 19th son of the first Umbral Moon. All is well aboard the USS Rothmarket. Anyways, hot take, right? People didn't like Waka because he was racist to the Albed, but he was very much he redeemed himself towards the very end. Therefore, I say he's still goonable. Why? Because there's nothing more sexier than a man who says they're wrong, then admits that they're wrong. No, a man who says wrong things, admits that they're wrong, goes on the path to being right. That is so much more sexier, right? Fight me. Fight me. Waka's journey in 14 was also important for the world. Thank you. Thank you, Luanshaw. Thank you. People do not understand and realize that this is all part of the... It's all part of the story. Change. Waka is the hot redneck guy that we wanted to bed. Waka is, yeah, he's the hot redneck guy that sasses Miss Noxema Jackson and ends up getting beaten the shit out of, is humbled, and then comes back and treats Miss Noxema Jackson and Vito Bohem with utter grace. He is the hot redneck racist that became hot redneck do-gooder. Exactly. Taking the racism out of Waka is like taking the sexism out of soccer. Exactly. He just changes everything. If liking Waka is wrong, I don't want to be right. Exactly. I'm still mad that they butchered soccer. Okay, Aaron, walk me through it. How did they butcher soccer? Why, how, and why? I want to know. I understand Waka went through a healing journey, but I can't with him. You're not, it's fine, you're not. I understand that you can't with him, and also obviously John DiMaggio doing a really bad accent. I think we have to remember this, guys. I'm coming from a bias here because I really love Final Fantasy X. It is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. I have a lot of things that are Final Fantasy related. I have Jecht's Anchor Sword in my garage. I've cosplayed Jecht in all of his forms, from Dissidia Duodecim to Final Fantasy X to Dissidia to to Final Aeon Jecht. I have the Brotherhood sitting on the sword right in front of me. I have a lot of symbolism from Final Fantasy X, and I love it to pieces. So, yeah. I don't like the new Dissidia, by the way. I'm out of it. I didn't even like Duodelum. That was a horrible game. But we have to remember that it's a fucking game. These are fucking games with their own context. What this means is that you can't draw all the parallels of the current world into the game. You can question the writing, the direction, the story. Absolutely. You are still able to make criticisms. But when the criticisms are said and done, accept it. Don't go on the crusade. If you stay on a crusade like Waka's a racist, I can't deal with him, what happens is then you remove one of the most powerful story elements in that game, and then you find yourself being like, well, okay, well, I don't want to play that game. And then you kind of cancel out a group of friends who understood the game differently and understood the story a different way. And by doing that, it then makes you go, okay, well then what am I doing with everything else? And what am I doing with other Final Fantasies? Because the parallels are everywhere. If you can't separate the contextual context of life with that, you can make very big criticisms about, like, you know, how it was produced, how it was done, X, Y, and Z, whatever. Yeah, absolutely make those criticisms. But then it has to stop somewhere. It just has to stop somewhere. And I'm of the proponents of agree to disagree, and that's it. But then let people talk about things, you know, and let people talk about things where the conversation moves forward. Because every time I hear a conversation related to 10 and it goes straight to the Waka racism thing, I'm over it. I'm so over it. Like, it's like when people shit talk about the new Final Fantasy VII remake and how they go through the which camp are you in, Tifa, Aerith, and I'm like, nah, fuck you all. Stop it. This is not how this is working. We're going to enjoy the game. We're going to sit down and we're going to play with our Barbies. Okay? Characters are complicated because people are also complicated. Exactly. But listen, and the story, it's a game, it's a story, it's a fucking game, it's a fucking story, right? Jesus Christ, some people take this stuff too seriously, and it's like literally too seriously. Yeah, I'm Team Barrett. I actually don't... Sid, I used to have a thing for, but now I'm just like, no, I'm Team Barrett the whole way. I love Barrett. Sokka had a very male supremacy point of view at the beginning, but then he gets humbled so much throughout his journey to his actual growth, and has actual growth, but in the live action, it just makes him to be perfect and one-dimensional. Aaron, I'm going to disagree with you there. because you did. Let's just remember two things. In the live action, they had to make some very strong choices, because Sokka's growth fundamentally important, but they had to pick and choose what their stories are. And the two things in the live action that I really hated was the lobotomization of Azula's character. She's so dead, she's so flat, and I don't know what happened there. Sokka not doing the whole male supremacy to like accepting it, different story. I think that still has its opportunity to rear its ugly head, and I want to see it rear its ugly head, because he's going to have conflicts with his sister and with Toph as predicted, and I want to see how that translates. It will happen, but the live action, it's just they have a budget, they have time, and you can't do everything. And I think that, you know, a lot of the story really comes down to Aang, and you know, Aang is the one that we really, obviously Sokka we love it, but like the live action is going to do all 3 seasons, right? Yes, we're going to talk about 3 seasons. We're not talking about the M. Night Shyamalan. Absolutely not. No. We're going to ignore M. Night Shyamalan's atrocity. No. I think we're all unanimously like no on that one. No. I also have like die-hard opinions on Korra as well, so. But yeah, I judge the characters by their actions, and I will forever love their complexities. Like, I hate Xenos, but I can appreciate how it fits in the world. Exactly, yeah. But this is the thing, we just have to appreciate. And there's just like, when it comes down to it, it's just like, you can only do so much. You have to pick and choose your battles. Like, it's like, and because otherwise you're not going to get anything done. Just not going to get anything done. And it'll be upsetting if you couldn't get anything done, right? Absolutely upsetting. I'd rather pick a couple of lanes, do it really well, and obviously, yeah, sure, we hope that we can do, you know, for Sokka, for instance, right? I also didn't like how Katara was a bit softer than I wanted it to be. I wanted her to be a little bit more naive. You know, there was just lots of characterizations that I wasn't quite, you know, but for the most part, when it all came together, it hit really well. So I don't know that they're basically making Korra a villain in the new Avatar. Hear me out. She's a villain in the perspective of the person, the story of where we're going with it. Remember that the history is written by the victors. So, yeah. I don't like it either, but trust them. Because I personally loved Korra. And I get the feeling you did too. I think a lot of people loved Korra. Korra treated the same way that Wuk Lamat is. Exactly. Proton, you are right there. I can tell you exactly why they get so much hate. It's purely misogynistic. I'm boiling it down to that. Horrid, I know. But yeah, Korra was a very good avatar. Why? Korra had 4 separate crises to deal with in her lifetime. Aang had to deal with a dismantling a huge systematic level of oppression. The 2 different kind of things. Like Aang was the avatar who had to. Aang was navigating a dominion. You know, it's the Empire Strikes Back versus the Empire Strikes Back versus the Phantom Menace sort of conversation in Star Wars. Like, you can't sit there and be like, you can't compare the two, but what you can do is appreciate how both of them handled adversity. And I think that Korra in particular, because she is a woman, the majority of the world did not like how she handled things and looked for ways to poke holes at her. I personally thought that the story was, writing was just where it needed to be. It hit really well. A lot of people were like, oh, you know, it didn't feel right, it didn't feel like this, it didn't feel that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, until you're an avatar that's had to manage 4 different fucking villains that had like world shifting capabilities in the grand scheme of global politics, I dare you to do better. People keep bringing up the Spirit Portal issue with Korra, and I've experienced all seasons of Korra live and I loved them. Same here. It's not an issue. It's just not an issue. People, it's like they bring up the issue of Korra being in the Spirit Portal issue with Korra, and it's like, no, no, let's go back again. Spoiler alert, by the way. So, Korra eventually finished the age-old, the timeless fight between Rava and Vaatu. I think it's Rava and Vaatu. Avatar, Rava, Rava and Vaatu. The timeless fight between good and evil, chaos and darkness, and light and order. Yin and Yang. They have been doing this forever, and she finally released chaos and light and order and darkness. She released it, and the manifestation was that it became the dichotomy. It no longer became a struggle of light and dark, but more a duality, two things living together and not harmoniously in coexistence. And I don't think people like that, because it implies there's no binary, there's no yes, no, it's only lots of maybes. And when lots of maybes happen, people become bottoms. They don't like the decisions that are being made. They don't like that they don't have a crystal clear direction in it. And so they sit on it until they fester, get angry and upset, and then eventually become they fulfill a binary, which is darkness majority of the time. And they get upset about things. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, I don't like Korra. I don't like this. I don't like that. Korra was manipulated regarding the Spirit Portal. Of course, Korra was manipulated. You have to think about all the scenarios of where the Spirit Portal was opened, and you're like, okay, well, yeah, you know, this is it, right? This is it. How would you have made the decision if you were confronted by powerful spirits? They had their own agenda, and what were your options as the avatar? Again, it goes back to the thing of, I challenge you to do better. Also, I challenge you, or I just challenge you to be in Korra's shoes for 1 minute and just put some level of empathy behind the decisions that were made. Manipulation aside, the fact of the matter is it was going to happen. It was inevitable. Sometimes we have to think about certain things as like the inevitability of the inevitable heat death of the universe concept, where no matter how much you try to avoid it, eventually we're all going to come to a juncture or a point, because it is somehow just weaved into our destiny. We all know that if Aang did it there, it wouldn't be nearly as much backlash. Exactly. And most of my issues with Korra were one-to-one related to Nickelodeon's decisions. I've enjoyed some parts of it, but others not so much. And I'd like to if the team had time to really truly delve into things, but alas, exactly. And Aang would have 100% left the portal open. Ads coming in 3 minutes. Exactly. And so I think it's just one of those things, but when you talk about Avatar, you're just like, you know. Hang on, let me just change it so it's this one. I'm gonna go get this image up because this is quite a poetic image to look at. There you go. So yeah, I think that the only reason one closed the portals was because of the crisis at hand, and it's just my own opinion. No, I mean, you could think of all other. Yeah, it was like. Here's the thing. In the grand scheme of it all, nobody ever considers what would happen in the heat of the moment in that particular context of time with what you have, what is possible. And again, boils down to people thinking in binaries. I could either do this or this. No, there's loads of ways you could have done it. Cooler heads would have prevailed if you took it a step back to analyze the scenario and think about what would be a harmonious way around it. But when you're dealing with two titans that are constantly fighting order and chaos, and these spirits are literally destroying the world, it's like, well, you know, this is a very apt visual metaphor of how humanity and, you know, does things. Except in this instance here, we let light and order die, and chaos reign supreme. Yeah. And it's sad actually, because for the most part, it would have been like, had it not been for a really good. Oh yeah, did I put a spoiler alert here? I did. Yeah, I definitely did spoiler alert. I want to rewatch it someday. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it with Key. Actually, Key hasn't watched it, so I really want him to watch it because there's some music that I really want to listen to. I'm actually, you know what? We're gonna listen to some music. Korra. Let's listen to some Korra. Is it this one here? I like this one. No. There's one song that I really like. Where is it? Is it this one here? No, it's not. 1 second. It is. Oh, I love this music. Oh, it really makes me so. Is it on the lamb? No, that's not it. Is it in the box? This makes me emotional. No, I'm not doing this. Is it? I'm trying to find the song that I love. Is it Hard Boiled? No, that's not it. There's a song that I always hear that I'm just like, I love this to pieces. And I always think about, like, when I get really emotional, I think of this song. Hitting all sixes. No, it wasn't. No. I love this song though. It is cute. I'm gonna find it. Is it this one here? Anyways, I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't want to spoil too much, because I already had, I think I've gone way too much into it, so. But yeah, rather than hypocritical people to lecture Korra on what she did, but the past avatars have done worse. Right? I mean, you know, fucking hell. There's been so much complacency on both ends, it's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm curious to know what the crisis in the new Avatar will show, and what Korra will be supposedly caused. Right, stares at Avatar Yang Chen. We're not. I don't know. There's quite a few avatars. I want to see more. Let's put a cap on the Avatar talk for now. Gotta bounce. Catch you next time. Thanks, Mahjong. I'm glad that you're around. Thanks for swinging by. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Ad starts in about 30 seconds, so yeah, it's just really, I don't want to vibe about it. Yeah, Valiant's like, I haven't seen it yet, and I'm like, okay, fine. Anyone seen the new Ben 10 comic? I haven't seen Ben 10 in forever. I haven't seen Ben 10 in forever. At all. 1 second. Let's get my dog. Hey Jax, how's it going? Welcome on in. Also, Aaron redeemed the quote stretched. Of course you did. Of course you did. You know, it knows you very well. I need to add all the new quotes in whenever I get a chance to. Like, do I have I don't know if I have time. Maybe at some point in the next couple of months. I'm also like at the point where I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do in my streams, because like I'm done chasing phantom weapons, and I know I want to do Bozja. So, but like I'm not ready to do Bozja yet, and I also still want to play Dragon Age. So yeah. So yeah, I need to go through Dragon Age anyway. I love how already my feed is like Star Fox. So much Star Fox. So much Star Fox. Oh my god, did somebody make a fucking Top Gun Star Fox crossover? Stop it. No, I'm getting upset already. Well, I've already done Occult Crescent for... Hang on. Should I do my flex? I'll do my flex. We'll do... Here's my flex. So we go weapons. Where are we? Achieve? No, it's weapons, isn't it? I can't remember. What can I see? I'm tired. Relic, weapons. There we go. I'm also going through the Hildebrand. Oh shit! Yeah, thank you, Nico. You reminded me. Hildebrand. All right. This is where I am with Phantom. I'm done. I grinded it. I would like the Figmental weapons though. I kind of would like them, but obviously I don't need to. The Exquisite weapons is what I'm gonna get next. I would like, but I'm not gonna get all of them. I'm only gonna get some of them. So like, I want to get the Exquisite Stargazer, the Isne Fis, the Twin Moons. You've been grinding it on and off for 6 months? I did mine in 3 months. I was doing roulettes every day practically. Mandeville completed. I need to do the resistance ones, so I'm on this phase of the Augmented Laws Order, and I just need a few more to get the Blade Serenity, so then I'll have the Monk done. I need to then do... I've also unlocked on... I've got all of them, all the first stuff. I more or less play about once or twice a week. I've been very lazy with my relics. Yeah, I can imagine. It's because you've been doing other things. Aaron, you've been like raiding and you've been chasing stuff, so I'm not surprised. But yeah, I need to chase a lot of these in Bozja. Eureka? I'll be very blunt here. I don't think I'll be getting the last set. So what I will do is I'll just complete all these as I go along. Like I've got the Pyros Rod and I need to get to Eureka, this group here. So I'm currently at Pyros for some of these. So as you can see, I'm working my way up. Pagos is my next one. I've got to get the fucking light. I've been chasing men instead of weapons, of course. So I need to get this. This is the one that I need to block out. I've got 3 weapons. Samurai. Surprisingly, I wasn't maining samurai, even though I didn't level the samurai one, even though I was maining it. Animal weapons completed. Deep dungeons. Relic Reborn. I could probably get all of them, but I don't wanna. I might get the Lilith Rod though. The Lilith Rod looks nice. There's also mounts as well. So 160 out to 344. So there's 46%. There's a lot of these ones that I need to get. So if I do the filters for missing, exclude, premium time, and include. There's a fair few that I need to pick up. So yeah. I thought I've got this. I've got secret. What are you talking about? I've got secret, you little shit. Yeah. Talking about silly. Anyways, so yeah. A lot that I've done there. And whether I'll be doing some of this stuff, I don't know, we'll see. I've got Petalotus as well. What are you talking about, you little shit? This thing needs to update. I don't have this one. I don't know if I had this one. I think I should get down to it and do all the start doing the extremes. Finally get those wings and lynxes that I'm missing. No, the lynxes definitely. I think I've only got one of those. 1 second. Or is it 2? 1 second. Let me have a look. All sources. We're just gonna look by extreme, I want to say. No bunch. Where is it? PvP raid quest. Wondrous Tales. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna just reset the filters, apply filters, and then do all the sources. Where is the one that says extreme? Tribal, Voyages, Wondrous Tales, Posture, Fate, Gathering, Gold Saucer, Hunts, Other. Maybe the achievements. I'm gonna type in links. Okay, that's not gonna search at all sources. Huh? Oh, yeah. They show it by what you've got and what you don't. Yeah, okay, great. So I've got these 2. Links of Eternal Darkness and Blue Feather. Which means I need to get... after Hydaelyn, then I've got these ones. And I'm just like, I don't mind this one too much. Voidcast Dice is fun, but I've never done Mount of Ordeals or Storm the Crowd. I've done Abyssal Fracture, but I never passed it, so I'm just like... But I've got all the other ones. Right. I think we're Gucci. We're Gucci. I'm gonna close off stream for today, so... And I think I yapped enough. And I did as much as I can in housing as I could do, so... We're gonna go find somebody to raid. Before I go though, I want to say a massive thank you to the following people. So, thank you to Rice for the raid. I hope you lot, folks that have actually stayed during the raid, I appreciate you lot as well, and I hope you had a fun time. And we're gonna go raid out to somebody else now. I'm gonna go do this raid screen now. There we go. And then, from memory, I'm missing Zodiac, Crystal Mom, Emo Bird, and Zeromus, but you've done all the other ones from and all of the extremes from Dawn Trail, which means we're gonna get a chance to do it. So, thank you to Alamin for the resub as well. I appreciate you, buddy. And then also thank you to Volos and Valiant for gifting subs to the community. Yeah, if you haven't already, you can follow me on socials. Thank you, Lan. Also, you can join the community, amoramore.com. And last but not least, you can also join us on the Discord as well. So yeah, this has been a good vibe. It's not been too taxing, has it? Let's go find somebody to raid. We're gonna go find... Let's see who's on. We've got no one is around. And Catboy Baker is online as well. I'm gonna just check to see who's in 14 because we were talking about 14. Might as well send you there. Oh wow, Elana Astaria. Shenpai's online, Volpixie's online. There's a group of them that are all part of the same group. Okay. No one is probably the one I'm gonna end up well, it's my number one to go raid to if I'm not sure. But I really like this little cutie pie. Attila Kieran. Oh yeah. I forgot that he's playing today. Also, let's do the raid message, by the way. Raid. There you go. What is no one gonna do actually? Because it's been a while since I raided him. Show more. What's Sensei doing? Title something goes here. Oh, he's about to do something. Luan Shad's also playing as well. Her Elegancy is playing too. She's playing Final Fantasy X. Sushi Loving Asian is playing Dead by Daylight. The Vadi is online as well. I think, yeah, I'm gonna figure out where we're going with this. Polar Pop is going online. Yeah, there's a fair few. I'm gonna take you lots of Final Fantasy 14 though. Let us go to I misread that. It says MMORPG, but I misread that as MPreg. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Family friendly. I don't think I should take you lots of family friendly. We are not family friendly at all. We are like the worst to be around. You know what? There's a market that definitely is a market out here for like big buff guys like playing this game. Hey, I'm family censored. I can be PG-13. Yeah, me too. I can technically be PG-13 as well. But oops. French guy. My name is Paul. Lurkers are welcome. Hello. We're gonna go say hello to now. Yapping before collabing. I'm sending you to Jarek. Let's go send you to Jarek because he's chatting and he's got a good mood. So we're gonna rage at Jarek Quell. Because it's been a while. Actually no, Soren's online. I'm gonna send you to Soren K Fox. He's a nice streamer, really easygoing. Also an artist as well. We like supporting artists, so thank you. No, thank you, Lun Shah. Next time around, I'll because I know you're doing games and demos as well. I will, I'll send the raid to you. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna go to Soren K Fox, who's raided us before with I think Daichilu. I can't remember, but Soren's raided us before with Nikolai. There you go. So yes, look after him, folks. You have yourself a good time, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone. Thank you for listening to me yap away, and I'm glad that we had a good chat with each other. Yeah, I'll see you all on Friday. Tomorrow's D&D, and on Friday I'll dye my hair and then we'll go do some content. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know, right? I'm going blonde. IRL, I've got really dark hair. I'm just Artanis, but with dark hair. Because I've still got the same color skin as well. I don't have all the 3 stripes, but yeah. Anyways. Toodles, guys. Have a good one. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good time zone. Hydrate.